So things are definitely moving on with this bracket, but it looks like we got Kland and SWiGA coming up next for our winners round 2. So, to be honest, I feel like I've seen these two play, like, maybe it's just me, but I feel like I've seen Kland and SWiGA go up against each other, like, several times. Either that, or they just seem to, like, be on stream around the same time frame, but I don't know, man. Yeah, they're probably seated around each other, so they probably played each other many a time. They are actually 8th and 9th seeds, so they're right next to each other in the seeding, which is very cool to see. And yeah, they're starting it off on the Smashville, and look at this, man. This is a beautiful sight. This is actually very nostalgic for me. As someone who started playing Smash at the latter end of Smash 4, like, it feels like home again. You know what I mean? It felt like familiar when Smash Ultimate came around, but this is home. The moving platforms and everything. I want to see like a sheet combo off of the platforms or something like that. That's always what I remember. People getting off of this stage pick. I do want to see how like the moving platforms and stuff like that come into play on this stage list. But hey, look at that. No platforms required. We got ourselves a clean stock coming out from SWiGA. First here in this winner's round 1. That's actually my apologies. This is round 1. And switching over to Ivysaur. Good spacing on that forward tilt from Kland though. Getting closer and closer to tying up the stock count, but SWiGA's still fighting back, keeping this lead and taking it up to 39% on Kland's second stock. So maybe Kland will be able to close the stock out soon before they take any more additional damage. But right as they say that, man, getting a solid stream for 71%. And SWiGA's taking the lead. And despite losing their first stock as well, still up 71% thanks to some good neutral and advantage state. But speaking of advantage state, we got ourselves Kland trying to push that ever so slightly. Still catching up. So far so good. Able to get some more good hits in. We got SWiGA coming in next. Oh, and a good neutral beat too. You know what? Not a very frequently seen option. They're definitely putting it to good work here. There we go. Good air dodge out of the way. And a forward air from the Charizard switch is going to be taking the second stock of this set. And Kland's going to be coming in for some additional damage, but still struggling to find a good opening as SWiGA's doing some really well-spaced aerials for some pressure. There we go. Oh, wow. Good timing on that down tilt there, too. Yeah, SWiGA's looking pretty poised to take this first game here, but we can already see Kland making strides to catch up in that percentage and even close out this stock as we already reached the 100% threshold. Making the switch over to Charizard, trying to get a reverse edge guard with that down air like you saw. And we already see that SWiGA's capable of getting those 2 frames like you saw earlier. So definitely a tricky situation here for Kland as they reach the 186 percentage. There we go. Good spacing on these lasers though. You can definitely see that Kland's trying to play a bit more patient despite being a disadvantage. Because SWiGA's starting to play a little bit more on the aggro side of things now that they have a really healthy one-stock lead. There we go, good back air once again coming up from SWiGA. Going for the Fire Breath, but that back air from the jump option is going to land Kland a tied stock situation and a live stock situation for both of these two players now. Let's see what SWiGA can do to try to wrap this up. And meanwhile, Kland trying to go for the up B recovery, but given that up B has a little bit of startup, gave SWiGA enough time to poise themselves for that well-spaced down air to close out the first game. So good stuff from Kland. Closing it out in a clean fashion. Let's see that one more time. Yeah, Kland going for a low recovery with that up B, but yeah, that down air is more than ready to counteract. Alright, making the switch over to Fountain of Dreams.
Pokémon Trainer.
Same character pick, so let's see how that might affect the playstyle here now that we got ourselves a triplet, and you know, not a triplet that you see every day. So let's see how this shapes up. And yeah, honestly, man, it is very exciting to see these new stage picks, but it's also equally exciting to see like old ones too that we're able to interact with in new ways. You know, given with the whole moving platform as such, and even the balloons too. Forgot about those balloons. I think like she can even like bounce off it and stuff like that. There's actually some pretty cool stuff that you can do with that here. Interested to see if that comes into play, but so far we're on Fountain of Dreams for this game. And oh, look at that! An instant replay of the previous stock taken in that last game, and SWiGA in this similar fashion is going to be taking the lead. Here comes Kland with some arguably more aggressive play, which is kind of good here. But hopefully he's not going to be too committal against a character like Ivysaur that's good at stuffing out neutral options with multi-hits and what have you. Here we go, back throw. Coming out from SWiGA. Oh, but a reverse edge guard with a well-spaced side B is going to be catching SWiGA off stage, even if it was ever so slightly, and tying up that stock count. But that percentage still has a little bit of work to do, and SWiGA's going to be making that work even harder here. Oh, look at that with a little bit of teabagging, or maybe they were trying to switch Pokemon. I'll give them the benefit of the doubt there. They're probably trying to switch Pokemon there. Here we go. Fountain of Dreams platforms coming in clutch as Kland's landing a solid neutral string. With an entire stock behind, they're going to need more than just a neutral string to bring them back into this one. Here we go. Almost trying to catch that overcommittal Flare Blitz. Kland's going to be looking to get some more neutral in, but that up B into side B is going to be one heck of a damaging string there. It's going to be raising that percentage all the way up to 73 on the potentially the final stock for Kland's winner's run. Here in winners round 1. There we go. Solid back air though, stuffing out the Flare Blitz before it gets to start up. And then we got ourselves a tied stock count once again, but check out that percentage though. It's going to be a lot of work for Kland to make up for if they do plan to bring this to a game 3. But we can see that Kland definitely does that, have that in the works right now. Good shielding as well. You see these nairs coming out in full swing from SWiGA, trying to regain that control of the neutral. There we go, solid forward air in the back air. Kland's going to be coming in with an up smash. He's going to be shielded on top of the platform, and that up smash coming in from SWiGA to scoop up, and yeah, that up smash scoops up quite a bit, wouldn't you know it. And SWiGA's going to be taking their first round of tonight with